In 5, 4, 3, 2.
Welcome to the Art of Girl Talk.
It's your kickback with your girls. Babe, what you think about Saturday morning clean, Friday night glass of wine listen?
Warning, this is not a self-help podcast.
Baby, we do not have the answers.
Hey, it's Alexis Yvonne. What's good?
Hey, it's Riah Lauren.
I am done. It's Tyler and we are back with another episode. But before we get into our new episode and kind of our final one for season 1, I just want to say thank you to everybody that's been listening to our podcast. We truly appreciate it. Do you appreciate it?
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank y'all and shit.
Yes.
You know?
Thank you for sharing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for the responses. And good or bad, this next season, let us know.
Yeah, honestly. And also thank you, as we're talking about seasons, to our guests that we had. So I want to thank Dree, want to thank Larry, want to thank Tanisha, want to thank Tommy for coming on. We really do appreciate
Goodness.
we really do appreciate them showing us love. And yeah, I'm just geared up for the next season and the next guest and all the things.
And today we don't have a guest, y'all. It's just us.
Nope.
It's really just us.
The girls.
Yeah, back to where we started.
Hey,
bitches.
gang.
From ashes to ashes go dust to dust. From the beginning goes to end.
Bad
And
boys for life.
speaking of end, we are in a true season shift, and that's what we're about to talk about today. It's daylight savings time. It's fall. We got a new presidential elect. Life
Stupid.
is lifing.
Yeah.
So with that being said, we might as well shift to some new shit.
Yeah, we're all now finally 34.
Oh yeah, happy belated
you had
to
a
our
birthday, girl.
For sure. Yeah, big season shift. And before we get into that though, because y'all know why we here, we about to drink this wine.
Hey.
But first we're going to talk about the wine. So we're going to leave that to Riah because this is her wine, guys. She didn't make it, but it's her wine that she bought.
Okay, so I bought 2 wines, and this one won. It is a rosé, Costa del Marsan. It is from. It is a product of Spain, Barcelona.
Oh, I need to get there.
The name of it is Costa del Marsan. I took French, but you know I like to try accents out.
But I thought it was from Spain.
Wait, can you spell that for the listeners? Like what? Costa del.
Wait.
Okay.
I thought it was from Spain while you speaking French.
I'm saying I like to try out accents, and if I got the accent wrong, it's probably because I'm used
I like to try out accents.
Oh, okay, so that one was a French accent on the Spain.
I don't know.
Jacked it all up.
That's the thing. I don't want anybody to be like, man,
Fair.
that's not it.
Fair.
And I'm like, well, I Europe, baby.
Okay.
It's from Europe.
It's from Europe.
All right, y'all. This joint
What's the
say
percentage though?
this joint say Costa del. Hold on, bringing that back.
But what's the percentage?
Maresme. Mares.
Girl, that ain't what it says.
Y'all are really
11.5.
Maresme.
Maris.
Is that the Spanish one?
All right.
Y'all are killing this
Pour
wine.
it up. Here we go.
Okay. And cheers.
Go.
All right, let's see. I am not a rosé fan. In general, it has nothing to do with Karma
Never have I done.
Scalabala.
Costa del Maresme.
But I'm about to drink this because it's not too bad. What do you think, Riah?
Spicy.
Well, to be fair, I think that it should have been chilled. Other than that, it is like many rosés. It's like nice and light, crisp. It is not. If you are a sweet wine drinker, this is not the wine for you. But I can see it. I can see it with dinner, with dessert, with like an angel.
I think it's like a good dessert.
Food, cake. I can see it.
Oh, I got some coconut cake too.
I can see that.
No, I mean, I'm
not
a drink
mad
it.
at it.
I'm a
I
How
drink
do they
it.
make angel
I
food
like
cake?
it.
Do they
I
put
drink-
angels in it?
I love it.
I drink everything. I'm just, I tell my preference every time. So we got 11.5%. We gonna kill it.
Kill
You know.
Pick up and kill it.
You know.
Pick up and kill it. Pick up and kill it and kill it and kill it.
Is that Big X the plug?
No, that's
Oh.
wilding out.
Oh, I don't watch that.
All
Oh,
right.
y'all tripping. Somebody tripping.
My baby.
So, in the spirit of a season shift, when you shift, you go from one thing to another.
Tell me about it.
So, in order to do that, we're going to first pay homage to where we've been before we go where we're going. And we're just going to like go back to each of the seasons and talk about, did we have anything to add? Is there any more thoughts? Just final thoughts. And it
Yeah.
is what it is. It's like drops mic, right? So our first episode, if you guys remember, was sex. And we talked about being sex positive and our generation, how does our generation look at sex, and like how do we value sex and dating and sex. Man, we talked about it was
It was a lot of sex.
It was a
I'm
lot
talking
of
about
sex.
that backseat action. Whoa.
T-Pain is
In
really
the
that.
middle of the traffic.
Whoa.
Whoa. Trying to pull over and get you the
Okay, okay.
business. Holla at me. Ooh,
It's like, nah.
Can I get a witness?
Okay.
Now here we go.
So
Okay.
is that what you had to add?
I could talk about sex all day. It was a lot that I felt like I wanted to ask Dree. Let's go ahead and get that started. I had an experience. I didn't talk about it, but I went to Hedonism, Hedonism 2 in Negril, Jamaica, while I had a boyfriend. Y'all remember that? Okay.
Oh, yeah,
The best friends know, but I ended up in that situation because I had the trip planned with one of my other besties, and that was when I was single. Ended up getting in a relationship, and I asked him because he obviously wasn't comfortable with me going to that resort, but I asked him, I was like, are you going to give me the $1,200 to $1,400 that I'm spending on this trip? Like, I get that you don't want me to go, but like, you have to trust me. And I ended up going and not doing a damn
So he
thing.
gave you that 1,400.
He didn't give me that $1,400, so I went. He wasn't trying to give me the $1,400. and I'm so glad that I ended up going and not letting him guilt me into not going. But
What
anyway,
made you glad that you went as it
so-
relates to sex?
oh, yeah.
Oh, fair question.
So I always said I wanted to be a fly on the wall with, I'm putting in my quotes, the lifestyle, right? The lifestyle is, I'm not in it, but they have the parties and, you know, like the poly situation where people, poly situation, you know, where people are being free and open and just doing what they want to do and all that stuff. I always wanted to be a fly on the wall at the parties, and I never got a chance to go because people be bullshitting.
You never got a chance to go to hedonism, or you never got a chance to watch people?
Never got a chance to like
sex clubs,
yeah,
watch
go
people
to the
sex-
parties
okay,
and
got
stuff
it.
like that locally before. So Hedo was my first and really my only experience with people in the lifestyle and just the freeness and openness of sexuality and everything being like accepted and okay to partake in that moment. So I was a fly on the wall when I went. You know, I didn't do a damn thing. They barely shook my damn hand at that resort.
I got a little hug or something.
Nah, but no, but it was an experience. Would I go back?
Single.
I would go back, but I would prefer to do like a day pass versus
Oh, like
actually
we go to Jamaica and then we go to
like
hedonism
whole
for a
day.
second. Okay,
Yeah,
got
like
it.
spend a whole day there. I would.
That's kind of fire, actually.
I would love
I would
to
do that because
that.
I've always wanted to do a nude beach.
Yeah, but like the beds weren't comfortable at all.
The resort.
Yeah, it was, the rooms to me were just
stank.
Yeah,
Like,
it was just
playing.
like, oh, like they were just trying to get it together, but whatever. But I would have asked Dree more about like her sexual experiences, just to kind of get an idea of maybe some stuff I want to try, or see if we have any similarities and experiences. I definitely would have expounded on that because I love sex.
Yeah, that could have been good. Like, just more like things to try, things to put out there.
What would I have said on sex? I feel like we said a lot on sex. I don't know. I know I talked a lot about like being nervous, how I get my life together, but I probably would have just also said I'm a freak. We can't tell this romance.
Caveat, like, I
Wine
say all
me,
this, but
dine
just
me.
know, like,
I do need to
And
be
then I busted
winded
open. Big booty
I
holes.
do like romance, but it don't take away from just like being freaky. I think people underestimate that. So, yeah, I would have just probably talked about that a little bit more. But I really loved that episode. I think
did
we
too.
dived into a lot, and yeah, it was a good one. So,
yeah.
I said all I needed to say.
What's
I think so. I think I did too. I didn't have anything to add on that.
What's some freaky shit
That I've done?
that you want to try?
I don't know about trying. I don't know. I gotta think about that one. I mean, I've done the threesomes. I've done the.
I want to do a threesome, but with 2 men. I don't like bitches, so
I mean,
we're
it's
not
called
doing
a
that.
train, though.
Call it what you want. I need
that
2
would've
of
been
them.
interesting.
I'm just saying, I've done a lot of like. I am not, even though I'm shy, when you're in the room, you're trying stuff with your person because you're safe with them. And I think that needed to be expanded on because it could have been taken out of context. Like, oh, that's a little boring, bitch. But that's not the case. It's like, you get your person, you in the room, you do your thing. So, yeah, I've done the threesome thing, come on the face, all that stuff we was talking about. Those things have happened. But, yeah, just be with my niggas.
Period.
That's all I got.
And with that, self-esteem.
How? She said she had nothing else to add. That's how she tried to she got out of it.
No, I do understand that. I just, to be honest, I don't look back on that episode and be like, oh, I should have said, or I wanted to add.
Yeah, I feel like sex was really good. I was clear on what I liked and didn't like.
Yeah. I don't, nothing stands out to me where I'm like, damn, I forgot to say blank. It just doesn't.
But do you
got a
love
question?
sex?
Yes.
But we're not in Lex's world of sex where we might boot you if you ain't got that.
Yeah, no, it does have to be at this big old age.
It gotta be good.
It's gotta be good.
Yeah,
like
I
I'm
agree.
not. Yeah, no, that's definitely. I've come around. It's up there in requirements for sure. Like it's gotta be.
Okay, so
it gotta be good sex.
Wait. So I know we've had, as best friends, we've had these conversations, right?
We cut some
With
of
the
this
top-
out. No, I'm just playing.
fuck
I'm just
that.
playing. I'm just playing.
For the tops, right? I told you sex in top 3 for me.
Of your requirements.
Right. Now, what would you give that? Top 5 or top 10?
Top 5.
I'm
I'm giving top 5
Okay.
yeah.
because I do like sex.
Yeah.
I am not afraid to say I like sex. But
Yeah.
I don't think all bucks though. Now micro penis is one thing, but because that's a whole conversation that can go on and on. But good sex
That's not
is
a man.
like I feel like if we get to a point we have sex at one time and it's not great, it's like I feel like the difference between me and you, like, okay, that shit was bomb, not good. I'm sorry, not bomb. You hate him, you don't ever want to talk to him again. I might re-up the gas tank, just to see if maybe we was missing something. Now if it's not hitting in round 2, all right, I'm good.
I think.
I mean, even if it's small.
I just said we are separating micro penises from this. I don't want to talk about that.
Okay.
No, I'm saying I am not going down that road because I don't love micro penises, so I don't want to talk about micro penises. I was just talking about because big penises can have bad sex.
Yes.
That's where I was going with this. I was saying we separate the micro penises.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because they feel like toys if they good sex, and then if they.
Oh my God.
Y'all wildin'.
I've never had a good micro.
I'm just
Like,
saying.
it's just like I can't feel you, brother. You are a woman at this point. We are scissoring.
Oh,
what?
At this point.
No. Self-esteem.
No. We're cutting that. No,
We're not cutting it. We're not cutting it.
Oh my God.
No cuts. I might not even edit it.
Okay, self-esteem. You start, Riah. And don't steal my goddamn answer.
I'm definitely stealing it. Here we go. So with self-esteem, we had Miss Tanisha. We talked about like when we first dealt with our self-esteem issues. What are some triggers? What do we do to combat it? What do you do when you have friends who are dealing with self-esteem issues? And I really do think that we delved deep into all of those, but to Tyler's point, we did have more, but we don't want to drone on and on. And we did talk a little bit about like how partners impact your self-esteem, but I think how do we impact our partner's self-esteem? I would have, if we could have gotten into that, I think that could have been a really interesting take. And Tyler said not to take her point, but we wanted to talk about like how does motherhood, how do children impact your self-esteem? And honestly, what do you do for the mothers out there when your kids have self-esteem issues? How do you ensure that fine line of self-esteem and then just being humble? Because I do know that some parents, like, I tell my child they're this, they're that, they're this, they're that, but there is something called teaching them humility, and we just wanted to go a little bit deeper. So
yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I felt like I dug deep as far as my personal opinions and beliefs and just, telling a little bit of my story. I dug deep in self-esteem. But that's an amazing point because I got a 7-year-old that I battle with daily. And yeah, that's definitely a great point.
Yeah, and I'm over here like, do I freeze my eggs at 35 because I just don't know. And guys look at you crazy like, you don't have kids. And we, that has been conversation before. They look at you crazy if you ain't got kids. They look at you crazy if you got multiple kids. It's just it's a battle.
Damn if you do, damn if you don't.
If it ain't with them.
Yeah.
The
like
don't.
shit.
The don't is if it ain't with them.
Yeah. And I feel like for me, if I had to add anything to that particular conversation, it is, or maybe I did say this, I don't remember, but like residual things. Because I think now that like I'm older and my daughter is older, I don't get a whole lot of like, nobody's like, what? Or makes me feel any type of way about having a kid or anything like that, because it's just her. So it's one kid. But when she was younger, when she was 2 or 3, it was like, shoot, even when I had her, I was like, Riah having a baby?
I was like Riah.
Oh my God. Like, like it was like I had, for many years, I had something to prove. Like I had, and I mean, there's residual things where I got something to prove. Like it's got to be right. She's got to be good. Like we got to be good all the time because I'm about to prove y'all wrong. Like we good.
Yeah, and I listened to a podcast and I kind of put it on my story yesterday. But like, I am in a space of like putting on your oxygen mask before saving somebody else, and I just don't feel like I'm in that space. Like. And most could be like, no, you're doing good. You're great. You could do it. But it's just like there's a lot of shit that I just want to have together before I do that. And part of it is like who you do it with.
Absolutely.
And that's just part of like the shit I need to have together.
Yeah, that's a major part. So I feel you on that.
Yeah. And I do think like I love that, and I can also recognize where that is a very wise take.
Yeah, and it's not an easy take if you think about when and times that people do those things. Everybody doesn't have time to think about that.
Yeah, it's a very wise take, and I feel like I struggle with like giving myself grace and thinking about like the decisions I made. I was a child, like, and not literally a teen, but sometimes we think like, oh, 18, you're an adult. Like, no, when I look back on being 21, I was a child. I had no business making decisions for my entire life, and I did. And I struggle with that because I like have to constantly give myself grace and thinking like, well, you did what you thought was best, and yeah.
I mean, you did, and right now you have a 12-year-old, and you are doing. I would imagine, because I see it, you're doing great.
Amazing.
Would you have thought that would have been what you would have been doing at, you say 21?
No,
22?
No, it's like it turned out well, but there is still fallout, and not particularly like with her. She's great. Like,
your choices that you made with the person that you did it with.
Yeah, it's like I feel like there are many times where I feel like I'm being punished over and over and over again because it's really hard. Like, and it's like.
Yeah,
I'm constantly dealing with the repercussions, and you know, you look around and you're like, dang, other people made similar decisions or different decisions, and they don't pay for those decisions forever. And it's like that was
they don't pay for them out loud.
Yeah, and it was like a forever choice, and it's like people will be like, well, you made that choice. Oh, you did that, like, you know what I mean? And it's like, but I was a child. But then it's also like, well, Riah.
Because new president-elect, but we could have
here we are, like, but yeah. So I wish we could have got more into kids, more into like how do you support your partner's self-esteem.
I think that's a good one too. I think as people, I'm not going to say as women because I think that goes either way. You're not truly thinking about the things you say and do, how that really impacts a person. Because you probably think like, oh, they're confident, or they're grown, or they're strong, and you saying and manipulating or doing all these things, whether it's like mean fashion or like condescending fashion, or maybe it's overly nice fashion. Maybe you do a lot where you spoil them, and they just think they the shit, and then actually sit your ass down, you really not. So it could go either way, but it's like we don't tend to think about that as it's happening. So
yeah, if we think about like you're responsible for your own self-esteem, not that like no, your actions and
impact
words
other people, and
particularly people you love the most.
And that's why I be apologizing, because this mouth, whew. Yeah. From a partner perspective. Well, probably.
Yeah, I think I can just be really absent-minded. Like, my intention, I never have like ill intent, but intention is only but so important.
I will say,
how somebody receives it.
If I am hurting, and I feel like I have to combat a hurt situation, I am probably digging deep.
I'm very intentional.
And I've probably thought about it too.
Yeah, I'm very intentional. So that's crazy. I was thinking about a particular situation with my ex where he was trying to trip me up in like a situation or questions, and I was falling for it, you know. So I was just thinking about it, like how crazy that was that he was even doing that, and how he was intentional with it. And he said it. He was like, you know what you're about to say, like, you know what I'm saying is true type shit, because he was like, you're very intentional. And I'm like, I am intentional, but right now you're just like trying to trip me up with questions, and I cannot answer this shit.
Manipulator.
Yes, but yeah. So I get that. I'm very intentional, and I do the same thing. But
and it's funny because I think I'm in relationship, and not necessarily like in relationship romantic, but in relationships in general, I can be I'm less intentional. I'm more just emotional. I'm more just like, oh, I'm being myself. I think when it comes to like academia or a job or something that I'm trying to achieve, I can be very intentional. And I think sometimes people think, oh, she's so intentional, she must be being intentional here. And it's like, not. I'm a lot less. I have to remind myself to be intentional in relationships. Like, make sure you do this, make sure you say that. Oh, like I have to, that is an active thing. Whereas like at work or for something intellectual, I'm very like,
it's habit. It's like
everything
it's
with me is calculated.
Yeah, and I wouldn't say that about myself. Not everything.
I agree. I feel like I'm in the middle.
Yeah, and it can also be like overexerted, like calculation, like emotional calculation, but it's very like thought of. It's like, if we about to take it there, I've already calculated in my mind that we about to take it there.
Well,
yeah. So
social media. In social media, we talked about how do y'all use it? How does it impact relationships, not just romantic? Are there rules? So when we're talking about romantic relationships on social media, like, should there be rules? Are there rules? Have you ever been caught up? Have you ever faked it for the gram?
we talked about a lot there.
Yeah. One thing we didn't get to, should social media only be used for like network and business purposes? We didn't talk about that, but you all may not even
I don't think
leverage
it should
it
just
for
be
that.
Yeah. But what I would have definitely got into was more of the actual like platforms, because we didn't talk about
decipher
TikTok,
what was what and how you use what for what.
Right. I think I just asked the question like, what's your favorite platform, and both of y'all agreed like it probably was Twitter.
Fucking Twitter.
Yeah, but I'm not on Twitter. Like I feel like I should have expounded on that more.
Twitter.
Like Twitter is porn for me. So like
It's
if I
so
get on
much
Twitter,
more
I'm
than
just
that.
going to see
But I got
what's
a
his
page
name?
for you.
Gucci third leg. That's who I'm going to look at. But
What?
Wait, is that like a person, or are you talking about Gucci Maine LaFleur's
Gucci third
Okay,
leg.
goes to Twitter and looks up Gucci third leg. Let me see.
I think I gotta pull it up because he's
That is
it's
wild.
spelled crazy. But yeah, no. One of my favorite platforms are Instagram and TikTok. I did a break. yes.
Okay. He's charging for you to look at his page and promo. That's kind of crazy.
Did you pay for that?
He was with Sexy Red.
You paid for that?
What? Oh no, I don't want it now.
Girl.
He's with a lot of people actually.
Yeah,
but-
he did an interview and he said he had sex with over like 2,000 people.
Okay. But back to
he
what
just
you were
got a
saying.
nice
I'm sorry.
business.
I just had to go look up Gucci.
No, but I do love TikTok. TikTok is my second, I guess, most used platform.
Okay.
Facebook, I don't post on there much because everybody be reporting my shit. It's more of an older crowd on there, and they don't be with the shits, so I don't fuck with it like that. Yeah, it's nice. That thing be thinking. Yeah. But TikTok got everything. TikTok teach you how to do shit. TikTok,
DIYers.
man, TikTok got the shit that has you crying. I love funny videos and posts and
Have
shit
you
like
TikTok
that.
Ghana yet? You should, so you can see where to go, what to do. TikTok is also good for traveling.
I didn't. Yeah, it is. I have not TikTok Ghana because Ghana gonna take care of me. But
Oh, here we go.
That's coming up.
Okay.
I'm excited. Fuck
Okay.
y'all.
Social media. What would I have said? I guess the idea. I mean, we talked about like the cool people that don't post. Like, you think you're better than other people. Don't love those people. But I don't think we talked about necessarily like
I just want
taking
y'all
breaks.
to know Lex pointed at me, and I'm not that person. I do post.
But like the idea of like, we didn't get into the concept of like taking breaks, and I think that is very important. I feel like some people get super consumed with social media, no matter which platform. which platform you are identifying with. But I think just like any other thing, it is good to take breaks, and I think that is important. And we didn't talk about the importance of it from our perspective, or I guess non-importance of it, like, right? I don't know, but yeah, I feel like I said a lot on social media. I think there's a culture of like, you post something, you must identify with it in some way, shape, or form. This must be happening to you. You can't just post it just to post it, when I know that there are people that leverage posts in that way because they're called trolls. And then there are just the people that do identify with it, but you probably don't think they're going through it right now, type of thing. But yeah, mine will be breaks. I take social media breaks every January. I stay off for a while. Every year gets longer. Some years are shorter, but definitely January, 30 days dead to social.
I want to add something real quick. I would have talked about these fucking psychos on social media that's big and bad on the computer and the phone. Yes, but y'all some bitches outside of that.
Yeah, they just jumped on me on Twitter. They were some bullies.
Fuck them.
Bullies.
They wouldn't say it in your face.
I really didn't appreciate it because I just kind of felt like what I said wasn't given like, ooh, jumper. And it was just like, how do we have to like so quickly divulge to like, girl, get out of here, you stupid. Like, first of all,
because you got motherfuckers that got your back that's gonna take care of that.
But it's not even that. It's just like we should be able to
lay hands
have
around here.
We can have disagreements and we can talk about hard topics and it doesn't have to divulge it. Like, even when you go into other people's posts and comments, you can see how quickly stuff just divulges into insults. Like, how did it get here so fast? That's crazy to me. That's it. That's all I got.
All right, I'm gonna leave it alone.
No, but
that's what I said.
So
cyberbullies. Cyberbullies.
Yeah. So the situationship.
Hey. Situationships. I just feel like I know that too well. Even though we had a debacle about definition, et cetera, et
I was
cetera.
gonna say, and when I listened back, Lex, it was interesting because I feel like you flipped. Because in the beginning, you was like,
intrigued.
You was like, I know I be in situationships.
Backflipping.
And then you turned it and you were like, I don't know nothing about that.
I mean, because I'm outnumbered in, like, y'all both agree on the Google definition. Y'all like, this is, wait a minute. But
Riah thinks that situationships is long-term dating. I don't think that.
Okay. Well, however, it wasn't what the fuck I thought. So
long-term, relatively exclusive.
Okay. So that's what I'm saying. It wasn't what I thought. And I'm always the white
So what did you think?
I think it's like situationships, friends with benefits. I think all that shit is tied together.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking
You
about.
think it's a whole thing.
So you feel like
I mean,
when it comes to that, you feel like I'm an expert with friends with benefits type of.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
But I feel like it ends up being a situationship just because I don't entertain people that I don't like.
But what would be the difference between friends with benefits and
So friends with benefits, from my recollection, was y'all saying it's like
what would you say it is though?
Because you say you think it's all the same.
And then you kind of said it. I
think a situationship for me is friends with benefits because I feel like I'm close, cool. You know, I feel like I'm cool with everybody I deal with. I feel like we got like a thing, you know, to where it's a situation for us, you know, but we also friends and shit. So I mean, I don't know. I think to me it ties together, but I do understand the concept of what y'all saying. Like pretty much like friends with benefits is just wham bam. My bad, y'all. It's just wham bam, like get the fuck out. We got our shit off. Whatever type shit. It could be that, or it could be a little lighter. It could be a little nicer. It's different variations of that. But then you also got like, you know, somebody that's feeling something a little bit deeper than the other person. They fucking around. They acting like they together. I get the concept. I get it. But to me, I already been confused about my situations personally already. So I mean, and I done had to cut them motherfuckers off. So that's why I was just like in the last one, I'ma just shut the fuck up. Cause
Did the last episode make you feel like I'm cutting everything off? Cause
nah, I cut that shit off before that.
Oh, okay.
It was cut way before that. I'm just in a space where, looking back, I'm assessing and trying to, I guess, figure out where things fit as far as categorizing it and compartmentalizing, et cetera, which is something that I normally do, and I was told I do compartmentalize, blah blah blah. But
who told you that, nigga?
A nigga.
I ain't never thought that word when I heard talk about you.
Man, what?
But you do shut down. So I
definitely shut down.
I just never thought about that.
I definitely shut down, but I feel like I'm honest, and I have great intentions. But whatever.
Your situations don't be situation and shipping and
them drinks was wild. Like, and I'm just ready to
shipping.
I'm just ready to start over. I'm ready to start over.
So you don't want situationships right now? Because you
want a relationship?
I don't. I have to say this. I have to say that I guess what I'm looking for is a relationship. Every time I explain something,
everybody.
Hold on, no, ain't no everybody shit. Let me say this.
Okay.
Literally, every time I explain what I want to somebody that is not myself, they say I'm looking for a relationship, and I feel like I'm still healing from my last situation, but I have to take risks. That's the only way to figure out what's what. You gotta step out there. You gotta jump out there. So that was a lot of fear that was talking. Saying like I don't want this, I don't want that. Those are my fears. Cause I don't fuck with that cheating shit. I don't do it. And y'all niggas cheat. Y'all niggas be cheating, and I don't fuck with it. So I just rather.
So a situationship feels safer. So you would have added.
It feels safer just because I know how to detach. I know how to like. You
go in with your emotions being this is what it is.
Right. And then
anything else confuses you in that.
Yes, okay. And not to say that I don't catch feelings, because I've definitely caught feelings for a few of these niggas. But I also feel like I play it cool, and I know my position at the end of the day. I know like that's what I'm feeling, but I'm not gonna psych myself out because I already know what's up. But I do want somebody that I can trust. I want somebody to be my person. I want one motherfucker. I don't want to be out here in these streets because y'all niggas dirty, and I just want to give. I have a lot to give to somebody, and I want to do that. I just want to.
You do have a lot to give.
I'm a giver, and y'all niggas be dumb, but it's alright. I'm just talking about the past niggas.
I'm gonna piggyback and say niggas be dumb. All niggas.
I mean, niggas do be dumb, but I ain't talking to whoever my husband is.
And anyway, Susie Foozy, I'm talking to all y'all niggas.
And Ghana, I'm on my way.
I just gotta say,
Negro spiritual side.
Before I talk about situationships, I am more sad for the food in Ghana than you going to Ghana, because you're not about to eat that shit.
Listen.
I think we should get a whole bunch of dishes from West African spots.
I don't think you should.
No, we should.
You should do that.
We should. That way you can at least have we can get wings. We can get like the stews. We can get the rice.
You gotta stick with something.
You eat the fish.
I'm not gonna eat the stew.
Why you not gonna eat the stew?
If it come with like a fufu, I'm not gonna eat that shit. Like,
you can eat it with rice.
Have you ever had it with fufu?
Listen,
that's true.
It's too soft.
Because I had a student, her mom made some homemade fufu. Baby, it was the
fufu. It was good, and then you just get to go.
But you know what? She doesn't like potatoes.
But
that's
it's softer.
Why it's gonna be. And I don't like that.
I don't know.
But you eat cookie carrots, don't you? They are mushy just like potatoes.
But I don't
that's
eat
why
no
I don't eat
fat
those.
ass cooked carrot. I don't just stuff a whole cooked carrot in my mouth. Like I'm chopping that bitch
We've done
up.
other things.
Yeah, we have, and I know how to distinguish the two.
We are
That go that way
getting
easy.
way off
These joints
topic.
don't.
Okay.
Like-
All right.
Back to situationships.
I was about to say.
I don't do them. I said then I don't do them. I don't like confusion. But I think there was something I wanted to say, and now I'm on my legs where I might have forgot because we just went down
I've
a
been
rabbit
forgetting
hole of
shit
foo-foo.
all episode, and we
And
cut
you
all
open
that
the
shit
door
off.
of the rabbit hole.
But I think that people, I don't know what it was, but I'm going to just say I think situationships are safe spaces for people, and I'm going to just leave it at that. Because I think that's why people do that.
Yeah, for sure. Because there's a middle ground between.
It ain't never really between. Somebody ain't feeling it, but it's a safe space.
But for whoever is good, and whoever like prefers that and is good
They
with
win.
it being there, it's a middle ground.
They win.
Yeah, there's a middle ground. Like I ain't gotta do all this shit, but I still get my shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I just had a thought.
You gonna do all of that shit. Oh, sorry,
somebody
what you
gonna
thought?
do all that shit. Somebody.
It's probably that we put too much, and I mean, I don't know. We probably put too much emphasis on relationships. They're not marriage.
Yeah, my that was one thing I
That
was
would-
going to
yeah.
say. It's like, oh, good, okay. I was going to say that too. Like, we over romanticize romance, and sometimes we do that, and it messes up the romance of the. We put too much pressure on the romance piece. So,
I think I'm too gangster. I just gotta calm it down.
okay.
Deep.
But I do agree. It's like relationships are not marriage, but I feel like all the steps create clarity, and if there was clarity in situationships, then it probably wouldn't be a thing. But it's just more of a gray area.
Yeah, and like you said, sometimes we need the gray area for our own.
We need
whatever.
every step.
There's many reasons. Yeah.
I agree.
All right.
I don't love it, but I agree.
Now, darkness comes to light.
It does. Now I'm on my
And-
dark skin.
And we are going to shift the seasons.
Yeah, we shifting, all right.
Henny White. Henny.
So this season is 1 + 1 = season 2. And we noticed that when we talk about those relational type of things, you all like it, we enjoy it. It is just a moment for us to stop and think and reflect, and it's really just a fun space to be in. So we decided to go down that road. In season 2, we're going to be thinking about first step, and maybe not in this order, but it'll be in there. Friends and lovers. And I'm not even going to give y'all context right now. I'm going to just let you take it away. Friends and lovers.
Lex.
Tell me again.
I was just about to hit Lil Jon part.
That's my favorite part. That's my favorite part.
I've been knowing you for a long time.
Shout out to Usher's concert. Two times.
Fucking never crossed my mind, shorty. But tonight I see something in you, shorty, that make me wanna get
So
with
do you have to be
Lex,
friends?
can you
do you
say
have to be
something?
friends? Should you be friends before a relationship?
Thank you for
I
giving
do
us a
agree
concept
with
to
that.
think about.
Yes.
Because Lex would have been on karaoke all night.
Hell yeah, we should do that, y'all. What y'all think? Leave
I'm
us a
ready.
note.
Y'all know I'm about to say I love karaoke.
I was doing karaoke in the car.
I do agree with the lovers and friends. I do agree that you should be friends. You should always have a friendship with your partner. Because what are y'all fucking doing when things get tough and that person not feeling like your man or your girl or whatever at the time? You always gotta have the friendship to
I'm
rely
about
on.
to interrupt you
Wow.
Okay.
because the question was,
What is it?
should you have to be friends?
Should you have to be?
first?
You don't have to be, but that would be ideal. It would be ideal for you to have a friendship with your lover. I mean, that's
Distant lover.
Because I think nobody would argue with you in terms of that. I don't know that is a juicy topic. Like, we know you should be friends with your
But
man.
I feel like it's all situational. Because, I mean, if somebody catch you, I don't know however y'all meet. You know what I'm saying? They see you and they're taken back by you. And they're like, oh, my God, I just got to have her in my life. I got to have him in my life type shit. And then they pursue you off bucks. They make it clear, like, I'm pursuing you. I'm not, like, trying to be your friend. Like, I want you to be my wife, or I want you to be this, or I see this, or I want that, or, you know, whatever the case may be. But I still don't think that should make a friendship absent.
What y'all saying?
I feel like I'm answering the question.
No.
I was trying to figure out where we were in the conversation.
Oh,
So I was gonna say two things. Well,
No, I feel like she asked a question, and then we went somewhere, and then she asked another question. I was just trying to figure out where we
the
were
question
in the
was always
conversation.
the same, because the question was always like, do you have to be friends first?
Oh, okay. So
And I
the
feel like-
first was the question.
Exactly. And
I
I feel
was
like
trying to
Lex
figure out
was
where y'all
saying
were
no.
in that,
Lex
yeah.
was saying so. I'm
I'm saying it's
that.
situational. Like, it just depends. I think regardless of.
But she said that was ideal.
So you're saying, I'm just going to summarize. You're saying regardless whether it's first or last, there should be friendship in your
Absolutely,
relationship.
yeah.
You're saying should it start out with friendship before it gets to relationship?
because I don't think anybody will argue with you. Should you be friends with your man? Like, that's a
No, yeah, that's why I was
a
trying to figure
given.
out where y'all were, but now I
but
get
what
it.
I'm saying is,
Okay,
should you
I'm here.
have to be friends first?
This how it work, by the way. Be a lot going on.
Yeah,
I'd be
because
like,
there are people who believe, like, or want or desire, like, I want to be friends first.
Ooh, yeah. I think both. I think both are important. I think both are very important. And I say that because, and we're going to talk about this because it's a topic on our season, but God forbid something happened in the relationship. And I think you alluded to this, Lex. Like, you don't you naturally, like, you're not feeling a person one day, or something just happened, you decide not to be with that person, whatever the case may be. You can always tap into the friendship. The first factor, I think, sometimes I agree with Lex, but I will say on the record, this is where I might agree. That may not be for everybody. And I do agree with that concept. I can say I differ because I do try to find friendship first. Because I do think that there's still a level, and I think I've mentioned this when we talked about something in season 1, where there's an importance of a level of everything. So the level of getting to know somebody, I think that is the level where you create a friendship. And one could argue with me, but I think that is the importance of, like, truly getting to know a person, to truly see if you like this person. Like, you want to be around this person, you can confide in this person, you truly see this person as a friend. It is not always a prerequisite for a relationship. And that's why I think, like, Lex was going without saying that. It doesn't mean, like, if you don't have it, you can't have a relationship, because you may find friendship through that relationship. So it's not a prerequisite. But I would agree, like, starting in friendship is extremely important, because you lay a different foundation than just jumping into something.
Yeah. What I will say is, that's just a teaser, y'all. We're going to talk about, like, the impact that your friends have on relationships. So what about your friends? Friendship after love. So, like, when you break up, like, do you continue to be friends? What does that look like? What does it look like when you have friends of the opposite sex?
Hey, that's my thing.
Baby, I got a few, and the people still be trolling, like, damn, niggas can't be friends.
So when we say lovers
ain't
and friends, it's not surface.
None of that.
It is not surface. So, but we're gonna pause here, because that may be, it could be a few episodes, or it may just be one. We'll see. Next up, what makes people compatible?
Jesus.
Oh, wait, I'm not laughing at that. That's crazy.
The Lord knows my heart. What makes people compatible? Ooh, I think
People are bonded by several things. You can be. I think trauma can make people compatible. Trauma can make people compatible.
That would be the noise.
It's not healthy though.
It's not. We never said that. We never said that.
Trauma makes people compatible.
I wasn't ready.
Trauma,
maybe a couple episodes.
Trauma bonds are very fucking real.
Trauma bonds.
Because when we healed, we ain't got nothing. What we got? We going to two different
That's
paths.
a good one.
That's a good one.
And man, I'm gonna just put a pin. Hey, we coming back to that for sure.
We coming back.
Sure. We put that in the notes.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
But we're also, because I know the guys out there, they be like, strategy, it don't matter. But there's some things, there's some patterns. So we're gonna get to talk about how does like your birth, the stars, how do they align or don't, or don't?
Yeah, I think
Because I have some stories.
I would say, yeah, we got a lot to talk about. But trauma bonds, we can also get nicer and say interest, like whatever, like baby interest. But it really don't mean you fuck with this person, and that's crazy because like y'all could just be aligned on one particular thing and y'all done found each other in that thing, and then after that thing, what the fuck are y'all talking
What
about?
did we
You could be
talking
aligned
about?
with drugs.
You could be aligned
It's a
on
thing.
finances or
Yeah.
'cause we just
Religion.
talked about religion,
Religion.
or you could be aligned in vision,
Yeah, but it don't.
but you're,
it ain't
not,
going
but you're
nowhere.
not friends.
Career.
No,
Yep.
but you're
Yep.
not friends.
You don't
It's not-
like this person, but they have all
Oh,
the
they
things.
cool.
Career. Y'all can
Yeah,
have
she
the
said.
same-
She
oh,
said.
okay.
Well, she said financial, but that.
Right.
But yeah,
aligns.
just in general, y'all have the same
Yep.
drive. Y'all have
Vision
that,
and drive,
Y'all
yeah.
are compatible in that way, but
nothing else.
nothing else. Now what? Yeah.
Then you lose your job, you lose something, then you don't. Like, that's why I gotta stop going into shit for shit. But we ain't talking about that today. We talking about that later.
Yep.
Later.
Yep.
I can't go for that. No.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm excited for that
like it's
episode.
like
If
we
anything-
want to say more, but we'll be going down rabbit holes, and we're gonna save it for the episodes. I hope y'all are getting excited because we're getting hyped.
Compatibility gonna be the one.
Yeah. All right. Next up, infidelity.
Y'all be cheating and shit.
Well, Lex started this conversation by saying she don't fuck with it.
Nah, I don't fuck with it.
But
I ain't perfect, but I don't fuck with it.
okay, I just
All
was
right,
looking for some butts.
I'm never intentional with no shit. We could talk about I ain't gonna do shit. I promise you I ain't gonna do shit. You better not do shit. I don't fuck with it.
I feel like infidelity can go down the rabbit hole too, but I don't like to play the part of the cheaty. So I just feel like there's not enough things that I've been offered and thought and talked with to be like, we're gonna do that. However, I still believe in like if you're gonna cheat, just be done. And I know it's not that simple, and we can talk about that during the episode. But it's one of those things where it's like, if that's where you are in your relationship, then just pack that up.
So cheating is a deal breaker for you.
Deal breaker, well, I think now where I am in life, it's just one of the things that I won't go back on because I feel like it changes the dynamic and people don't recognize it. So it was not a deal breaker for me. I've gone back with cheaters. I've dealt with, the whole I'm sorry, I didn't mean it this way, blah, 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 blah. But I do think that you have to be realistic with yourself. And there are a lot of other things in relationships that is, in my opinion, totally worse than cheating. But the idea of thinking that somebody is actually going to change from that behavior, I ain't got it for them. So right now, it is one of those things where I'm just like, I don't have to deal with this. And I think it's like different from like a deal breaker where I was at like 20, 21, even early 30s versus like now I'm just like, I don't have to deal with certain things. And that is one thing I don't have to deal with the chaos of combating myself. Are you going to continuously do this thing again? We just talked about how partners influence self-esteem, and cheating to me diminishes a lot of, it diminishes your security in yourself. And so for me, at this age, no. But I've done it. and I'm not a hypocrite, and I don't look at people like you should never. If you got the capacity to deal with that shit, deal with it. If you can forgive and forget, great.
You ain't never gonna forget that shit.
There are some people that forgive and move forward. I'm not saying they let it go and throw it in the trash, but they do a better job than me.
Yeah, because I think...
I cannot.
Because I think...
I'm bringing that shit up.
Deal breaker.
Yeah, I think it's... Yeah, I don't know. And I'm comfortable with saying I don't know because the experiences that I've had with cheating, to Tyler's point, it's like, if we're being clear, the cheating was second, third, fourth issue. Like, but so...
Did you cheat?
No, we're talking about being cheated on.
Yeah,
no, I get it, but I'm asking, in your situations, did you cheat for you to feel like I can be forgiven? Because
I should cheat and try it out.
No, I'm asking the mentality. I'm asking for the thought process.
So, but how does that change how I feel?
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying like if you feel like did you feel like so graceful because like shit happens or
no,
like
you're asking why do we forgive?
But I'm not.
Why?
So
okay,
I'm not.
That's a different question.
Okay,
but,
fair.
Yeah, okay.
So
I can answer that for you, but I'm gonna let Riah finish.
Because that is a different question in terms of like why did you go back?
Yeah, so, it's a whole different question.
One, I have been in a situation where I cheated back, so to speak.
Damn, I missed my calling. I gotta cheat back.
So no, don't do it. I would never do it again.
Okay.
I would never do it again because at the end of the day, it was kind of like I didn't win. I mean, I won in a moment. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, yeah,
you win something.
But overall, I did not win.
But do they win?
Nobody wins.
Okay, then fair and square.
So in general, it's kind of like I could have just kept my integrity and stood 10 toes down.
Oh, damn, you gave that up.
And then I did, and I would not do that again. Now, in a different situation in which I was being cheated on, when I look back at that entire situation, I'm like,
you should have cheated like Keisha Cole said.
Oh. It's more so like if the only issue had been cheating, I probably simple. If that was the only thing, like.
But was it serial cheating or was it cheating one time?
Well, how would she know?
Yeah, I wouldn't know. But
because people cheat multiple times and you find out.
Yeah,
about
but
it.
I mean, okay.
So if you don't know, then you wouldn't know if it was serial cheating.
I would say it wasn't necessarily serial cheating, but
you don't be knowing what these niggas is out here doing. Is what I'm saying. She could have caught one situation and it been a whole another one.
And then it would have been beautiful after that.
And to be honest,
but when people cheat, it's not that beautiful, you know.
Yeah, and to be honest, I wouldn't.
Placate, but it's not.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say that. So I would say if from the situation that I've dealt with cheating, my thing would be to understand the why.
Oh, that's me. Well, we just talked about this. I am a clarity person, and I used to want to really delve into men's mind around cheating.
Yeah, specifically why? Because I feel like if a man cheats on you because he hates you, the issue is not that he cheated. The issue is that he hates you.
Yeah, no, and I'm not just talked about this.
Yeah, I'm not breaking up with you because you cheated. That's secondary. Like. You hate me.
This literally is the first issue we're about to resolve, and you don't like
you just hate me as a human. Like you could have shown that in a plethora of different ways, right? Let's say so, and I know the girlie's not liking her right now, but let's just say she's correct for argument's sake. When Jazzy says like, "Oh, he just be wanting to fuck," I'm just saying for argument's sake.
I'm not saying she wrong. I'm just saying she contradicted herself.
Oh, yeah.
I know that's how you feel, but I know
Jazzy. Are we talking about?
Watch Jazzy that deals with Cam Newton. She's a comedian.
What did she say?
She was basically like, according to them, basically they're kind of like in this space of he has cheated. They have come. Yes.
Yeah.
They have like been able to
that he has like 80,000 baby mamas.
He apologized. You know, he's it's not. I don't.
He's grown up in his space,
and she kind of plays it like, oh, niggas just be wanting to fuck.
And she wasn't like that before. She wasn't like that before, but she had the baby. She used to talk about baby mamas, multiple baby mamas. I'm not the other one niggas baby mamas, kids.
Yeah.
And then she had a kid with him. She the third baby mama.
Yeah.
Then she used to, before, when she was just single, doing her thing, whatever, she used to talk about cheating. She like cheating. She don't fuck with cheating. She don't understand it, blah, blah, blah. And now she's like, I get it. I understand why y'all wouldn't deal with cheaters. But you know, when niggas cheat, they just fucking. That's a temporary fuck. They gonna get back. They gonna get their shit off and they gonna come back.
Married.
Fuck no.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
And he's not marrying her.
He's.
I'm sorry.
So wait.
Shocker to me if he does, but he's
I'm
not
just getting
marrying her.
context. Do y'all know how many kids he has?
He got 3 baby mama, 8 kids.
8.
She's the third with a newborn.
So 8.
And he's done stuff in his past relationships that was on social media before she became third baby mama.
Fair.
Oh my god.
So notwithstanding the things that she has, because I get being contradictory. I'm not even talking about that.
Yeah,
but
that was my issue with her. So
Gotcha,
I know
but
you said we don't agree. It's the difference from not agreeing to like putting your foot in your mouth.
Well,
and
no,
that's
I
what
wasn't
she did.
saying you.
Oh yeah.
No. I'm not saying you. But there are people who are like literally just think she's dumb, regardless of.
And you don't
all
think
of
she's
that.
dumb because he takes care of her and cheating is the only thing.
It's that it's not necessarily that I think that she is wrong or right, but it does give me pause. If now that's a big if what she is saying is truth, like
It didn't sound like it was one time though.
exactly. So that's why I'm saying like I'm not about to get into like whether it's deeper than that.
It sounds like she just accepted what he likes
it's probably
to do.
more
Yeah.
than what meets the eye. But let's
Yeah.
just say there is a situation, and it really is like, you know, I've been met with this temptation, and I messed up. I feel bad about it. Like I don't know. I think that can be worked through. I think it can be. I think cheating can be worked through. Yes.
I think it depends on where you are. Like I just expressed, I think there's a time and a place. But I can say for me, I ain't working through it.
And in not working through it.
I could never work through it. I feel like I respect you enough to only see you. Despite any distraction, despite any fucking thing in the world that gets thrown at me, I done had it come at me. Text messages randomly, people calling.
Yeah, woman to woman.
A motherfucker.
It's just too much
like
that
motherfucker trap you in the
comes with
room.
that.
And it, like you alone with people. You could be around people you ain't supposed to be around. All that shit, like any situation. I done been in a relationship.
Tell me about it.
And I've never folded. I've
Yeah,
never once
we
faltered.
definitely got a lot
so
to talk
if you
about.
can't give me that type of respect, you can never be my fucking husband.
Because
we not even talking about husband. We passing that.
I'm just saying.
I'm
like,
saying
I could
relationship
never
in
fucking
general.
either way, I'm saying because I lock in. I lock in all or nothing. If I fuck with you, I fuck with you. So I mean, I could just never respect you in a certain manner if you are a fucking cheater.
So I do think there's a lot to talk about in that episode, and I know for sure we got to go to what the next topic is going to be. And I do want us to come back when we are ready to talk about this because I think that the oomph that you're giving to this, there has to be some oomph back.
What you mean?
And we've talked about this on another episode, the side ships. Both have to be true. The oomph lives there. And if you want, I think the respect mechanism has to go both ways. And for me, I can truly say, like, that's where I draw the line. Like, it's fun and you toggle towards and you think about it and it's like, I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be the person that you confide in because you are not good with your partner. I don't want to be that person. And I don't want to be the person jumping like, and you can't do this to me either. You can't placate.
See, that's crazy.
No, but we.
Okay.
We got a lot to talk about, and I think I've heard sides of it before where both sides can be true, whether you flip it or not flip it. But I do think there is We're human. God don't play. Karma is real. Energy is real. And if you're going to allow one energy in, you got to be prepared for the next one.
Yeah.
And that's just how I look at it, which is why, and y'all know, I toggle and you talk about these things in your brain and you go back and forth and it's like, pick a side. Because once you go down that road, that's the side you pick.
Yeah. And I'm not going to lie. I have more to say and I'm going to say it.
Yeah, that's the side you pick. And you got to be okay with understanding that if it's okay with you playing a part, it has to be okay with somebody else doing it.
Mm-hmm.
It don't mean you accept it. It don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, those things don't matter. But I think the you just gave that, we got to go down. We got to get into that conversation.
Yeah.
Because that's important.
That's going to be a good one. So we got to make sure the guests. So if you are a guest, please.
If you be out here cheating.
Yes.
Or if you cheated and you worked through it, because that's important.
Like shit.
Yeah, we don't want we've been cheated on. We've all been cheated on here.
We've all been cheated on.
We want cheaters.
Whether we can prove it or
and
not.
People who've worked or people who've worked through it. That'll be good.
Yeah.
And exing.
I'm new to the game.
What's exing?
What's exing?
Yeah, tell our listeners what exing is.
How do you navigate being an ex? Ex and sex, just being an ex, heartbreak,
sex is crazy.
Ex and depressed,
Exes.
Oh God.
ex and depressed, ex and friends, ex, just exing. Like,
What you
how
gonna
do
do for my birthday? What you gonna do?
No, really, like ex is fake trying to come back.
Ooh, the fake trying to come back is crazy.
And heavy on fake.
Heavy on fake.
Because especially with them like serious
cheating,
relationships,
toxic. Yeah. So I'll go first because I ain't fuck with exes. I don't fuck with exes. I don't spin blocks. And I say don't. I didn't say never. Catch my wordplay. Don't spin blocks. Haven't spent the block. However, I am grown now. You just learn that people, places, and things. And you make space for stuff. And I feel like you make space for stuff depending on a certain situation. And that friendship factor that we talked about earlier is important. And then I always feel like, well, damn, if you going fold here, you gotta open the gates. So I don't know. I'm still navigating. So maybe I'll have more to talk about once we get to that episode. But right now, I've grown from my fuck these niggas, throw them in the trash and set them on fire. Now it's kind of like still fuck these niggas, but I ain't set them on fire yet.
Yeah, I'm on my fuck these niggas shit.
Your exes?
Yeah.
You ain't never set them on fire. I be setting mine on fire.
My last one can get set on fire for sure.
That's crazy. Before your other exes?
Oh,
yeah,
good question.
I'll say that just because.
Which is why I had to reverse my thinking.
I've had come to Jesus moments with the other exes.
What?
Not the last.
'Cause come to
one.
Jesus
The
is
last
crazy.
one can get set on fire,
Okay.
and that bitch get thrown off the fucking Himalayan mountain or some shit. I don't know. Like,
Okay.
fuck that shit to the core.
Oh, I can't wait to begin on this.
Because there was no closure. There was just like
Fair.
It was literally a fuck you and like the utmost disrespect done type shit. You know, which is something that I would never. I'm very intentional, right? Go back to that. I would never ever do anything of the sort. I would just like jaw dropped. I would like hearing some shit like that. I would just be like jaw dropped, like, oh my God, are you serious type shit. I would never do that to that person. Especially when I seriously was
Respect the relationship.
just respect is super big.
I do.
And it's just like I would never have done anything on the same like planet as that shit.
I feel that.
So I can't respect it. I never will. And I'm grown as fuck. You know, I definitely have moved on. I've moved forward. I don't need anybody's closure. I don't need anybody's clarity. I don't need it. I don't need it. It'll be nice just for the sake of, I don't know, my mind, I guess. But however, I don't need that shit because I got everything that I need within me. I got everything that I need within me. I got all my fucking answers.
So she was about to sing a song.
And I could. You could cue the song, you know. Fuck it, but I just I don't fuck with that shit. Like I literally am like, oh, I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Whatever what is it we can do to fix things? Type shit. And you,
but
like,
I think the concept is like shit happens.
Yeah, granted, and thinking on the outside, looking in, me not like personally being in a situation. If it was on the outside, I would have been like, damn, you know, because
feelings are
crazy turn of events. You know, situations was crazy, but however, it didn't have to be handled like that. And I feel like I was transparent, you know, to a certain degree, and a conversation should have been had, and it wasn't. Niggas just was being like shady, and I don't fuck with that shit at all. Like on no level. I'll die that bitch with the cats and the birds and the dogs.
All right, you have a child.
We're gonna like get into exing in like
a few weeks.
Yeah.
I said what I said.
Clearly, if Lex ain't had shit to talk about before. She's talking about
I'm not fucking with that cheating
but
shit.
I gotta lie. I got some stuff to say about navigating exes and still being a stand-up guy.
I do too.
Because I'm a stand-up guy. I am a stand-up guy. You see me? I'm standing up.
I have something to say about exing.
I think I want y'all to leave here. Well, not the one you want to set on fire. And y'all just go ask y'all exes what they had to say about you.
Listen,
I got the records in mind because I think I've already said I like clarity, so you know I asked a bunch of fucking questions. You like I said.
Yeah, that we're gonna make
Take
sure
that one away.
Let's make sure our guest is a man for that because
hell yeah. Actually, let's make sure we get a man and a woman. We gotta up some stuff, you know.
Yeah, we gotta.
Let's get them
for
both.
that one because
I need to understand why. I need to understand why people cheat. I've grown to just take it away from men. Why do people cheat? Mm-hmm. Why do people even have exes? Why do we have exes? Why do we have exes? We got to talk about it.
Yeah, it's
why aren't we working
first of all,
things?
we got to start with connection. How do you first connect with somebody? Okay, great.
Okay, but connection phase, liking phase,
right? But it's
but you know what's supposed to hold strong
It all matters.
Anyway,
love
season 2 is about to be fire.
That's subjective. It may not be real. It could be a word to somebody.
After 6 years, it should be something.
Wrap it up.
3
like
years should
condom.
be something.
No, I'm just kidding.
In real life, this season is about to be fire. You're right about that.
Thank you.
So if you want to be a guest, hit us up at 555-3. Oh, no, I'm just playing. Hit us up at
555.
Yeah.
You ever watch the movies? Everything was 555.
202-555.
Hit us up at the Art of Girl Talk _
That was too many fives.
because they stole our name. So the Art of Girl Talk is _
And
let us know you want to be a guest.
I'm sorry, Tyler. But if you do also say specifically which topic you want to like comment on, you don't have to be an expert. Just be somebody with some experience with something interesting to say.
Please don't be a born Betty.
We're not looking for advice in season 2. But hey, even in this shift, we're still not looking for advice.
Nah, we're not experts, so please don't think that you about to come on here and
Baby,
tell me
we
what to
do not have the answers.
And neither do you, so here we are.
But I just want to say another cheers to us.
Okay. Like, Lord.
Here you gotta go, about to go down the rabbit hole. Another cheers to us for friendship. Because we found friendship in us.
Yeah.
You lose it. Fuck you, man.
Well, can you tell people where they can find you since they lost you?
Alexis _ nonstop, because I don't stop, clearly, and y'all already know this. We 6 episodes, and if you include the pilot, hello. Alexis, common spelling, ALEXIS _ nonstop, and I'm gonna pass the mic.
Okay.
Riah Loren, RIAH LAH Aura, that's ghetto.
The educator.
Wow.
R-E-N.
B-R-I.
Okay. Be it?
Now I was saying, like, now I'm thinking how you say my sister's name. B-R-I. That's your name? You ain't even say it.
So shout out to my brother, and shout out to his wife Tosh. Shout out to Bert and Tosh. They went to Jamaica. They just celebrated their anniversary, and they brought us some pure white Hennessy.
We might do with the season shift. We might test out some liquors. So send us some wines and some liquors.
Matter of fact, Bert and Tosh, y'all been friends? Y'all want to come on the podcast?
Tomorrow. No, they've been together too long. Actually, Tahi and Angie though. They met on a dating site.
There we go. All right, go ahead.
Okay. Tyler Evinia, but my Instagram is TYE_LER.E.
It's TYE.
Yes.
Dang.
It's Ty. But I'm thinking about Tyler. But also I'm thinking about changing my name to a girl with a guy's name. Which I think.
No.
Oh, okay.
Straight like that.
But that's what I have, a guy's name.
You have a gender neutral name. Don't say it's a fucking guy's name.
It started as a guy.
Because you're
Okay.
a woman.
Follow my food page too.
Yeah, follow her food page.
I forgot the name, but just follow my real page and then follow my
Isn't
food
it
page.
peppers? Hot roasted peppers?
Oh, roasted hot peppers.
We lit.
All right.
Love y'all. Thanks for listening.
Thank you. Oh, that's it for season 1. Bye. Oh, wait. How do I stop this?
Oh my.